Hi, in this video, you will learn about the importance of short stories.
Hello and welcome. The topic for this video is importance of short stories. Now the question is, why short stories are important to write before writing a novel? Now this is a very, very important question. Now there are three reasons that I'll give you. Short stories have got the same elements that a novel has. Maybe short fiction or short stories may not have all the 5 elements because of the size, but anything that is called short story that is more than 1500 words will ideally be having those 5 elements. Now imagine, novel has got 5 elements, short stories also got 5 elements. The second thing is, short stories need lesser time in comparison to a novel. On an average, short stories can be written in about a week's time. Right? Some people write in 2 days, some people may take 1 month to write. So everybody agrees it takes almost a week to write a short story. Whereas writing a novel on an average will take 1 year. So you can write a short story in a week, but it takes 1 year to write a novel. So it takes lesser time. The third thing is, short stories are far easier to publish. You can publish a short story on a blog, you can publish on your social media platforms like Instagram, you can put it on Facebook, you can send it to newspapers and they'll publish it, magazines, e-journals. There are so many places where you can publish your short stories. But novels, it'll take a year for you to finish, and after that, finding a publisher for a novel is extremely difficult in comparison to short stories. So these are the three differences between short stories and novels. Now, if you write, let's say, not 1 short story in a week, but 2 short stories in a month, that is 1 short story in a fortnight, you will have about 24 short stories in a year in comparison to a novel that you write. Now, if you publish these 24 short stories periodically on the platform that I mentioned, you will also be getting feedback, and all that will actually make you understand where and how you can improve your writing. Whereas novel, that luxury may not be possible. It's my personal experience that you must write short stories, because when you write short stories, you get all this feedback, you improvise, you learn, and you will eventually be able to write a better novel when you want to. I'm someone who wrote my first novel without writing short stories and later on got rejected by so many publishers. But after developing the art of short stories and practicing that over a few years, I think I have become a far better novelist. So a big takeaway for you guys and girls from this video is that please write short stories. Now, another thing that you will learn when you write short stories is economy of words. How to choose the right words and enough description. And that is going to help you when you write novels. Now, short stories are actually not a summary or a plot summary or something that was much larger and you brought it down, pruned it down. That is not a short story. Short story is not about what happened. Short story is about how it happened. So it's basically storytelling technique. It is not a précis, it is not a summary, it is not something that has been pruned down from a larger portion. In short story, every word is important. As I said, short stories have to capture the 5 elements. Now, if you've got to get the 5 elements right within a space of, let's say, 1500 to 2000 words, you will have to focus on each and every word. So every word automatically becomes important, and thereby you learn economy of words. Short story also teaches you how to have a right balance between description and dialogue. Right? How much to describe and how much to give space to the dialogue. That is possible in a short story, and you will learn that discipline well, which eventually will help you in writing a better novel. If you are still confused, don't worry about it. I've got 2 very interesting videos, examples for you to understand this further. Now, economy of words, I've got this example. This is the long version. This is about 133 words, and we will see how we can decrease it in size and bring it to, let's say, about 50%. Here's the example. The air was crisp, the sky blue, and the flowers in full bloom as Ramesh reached at Suresh's house on that March day. He ran his hands through his long hair, took a deep breath and knocked. The anticipation of meeting his best friend almost after a month, made him smile. It took longer than a minute before he heard the sound of feet shuffling and the click of the doorknob from the inside. The man before him was someone he had never seen in his life. Where is Suresh? Even before he could understand what was happening, the man's hands reached his shoulders and he was pulled in. As Ramesh staggered into the living room, he heard the click of the doorknob again. He stopped and turned. What the heck? Right? So in this is about 133 words. There are 2 dialogues, there is a bit of description, and the words have been arranged in a particular way. Can we use economy of words and bring it down to, let's say, 50% without making any difference is what we will do now. Now here's the shorter version. Ramesh reached his best friend Suresh's house on a pleasant March day and knocked. Now all the things that I had mentioned about the flowers and the wind and the sky, all that has been taken out here because pleasant March day is significant enough as far as giving the imagery to the reader is concerned. Best friend information is important, the name of 2 characters are important, and the fact that he came and knocked. All that has been captured in this simple sentence. He was excited to meet him after almost 1 month. Now this 1 month lapse is important, so that has been retained. After a minute, the door was opened by a man he had never seen in his life. So I've taken off that shuffling of the feet because that is not important here. What is important is who has opened this door. Where is Suresh? That's the first dialogue. In an instant, the man's hands reached his shoulders and pulled him in. Finding his balance, he turned and exclaimed, what the heck? So staggering and going inside and stopping and turning around, all that information is taken off because this is enough image. Finding his balance, he turned and exclaimed, what the heck? Now this entire thing is about 73 words. This is what economy of word does. So if you write a short story, let's say, which is about 5,000 to 6,000 words and you want to prune it down to 2,000 words, it will be possible if you practice the art of economy of words. And short story writing is the best way to understand the importance of each and every word, to get into this concept of economy of words, because that is going to eventually make you a better writer.
Are you ready for the quiz time? So here's the question. For a beginner writer, why is writing a short story helpful before writing a novel? Answer in the comment section below. One lucky winner would receive an exciting Internshala trainings merchandise. Hope you enjoyed learning about the importance of short stories. This video is a part of Internshala Trainings Creative Writing Program, and to learn creative writing from scratch, visit the link in the description. To learn exciting new concepts and skills on the go, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to stay tuned.